By the way, speaking of Roger Maris, his sons will be in attendance tonight, along with other members of the Maris family. And I would imagine if he gets there tonight, right, they're going to stop the game. They're going to, if he ties it, certainly if he breaks the record and maybe the Maris kids come out, I mean, this is going to be a big deal tonight, Ruben.
Absolutely. There's no question about it. And the fact that he's doing it in New York, he's doing it in a pennant race, he's doing it in a contract year, all the things that Verducci was talking about. I mean, it's just spectacular. I've gotten a chance to watch this kid grow up. I saw him when he was playing for the Tampa Yankees way back when in 2014 and playing against our Clearwater team. And what he's done and how he's progressed in his development as a player, a complete player, because it's not just about the home runs for Aaron Judge. It's the completeness of the player, and it's just extraordinary what he's doing and how he's handling it mentally.
Beyond the player, Bo, he is now the guy that kind of defines the brand.
When you look at the New York Yankees, to me, this is the passing of the baton. You know, Derek Jeter retired, and it was who was going to be that next Yankee that stepped into this space. And Aaron Judge has stepped into that space. I think about a conversation I had with Derek Jeter back in 2014. And I got to the ballpark. I was the manager of the Houston Astros. Get to the ballpark early, and this is opening night. Derek Jeter is out at shortstop at 1 o'clock taking ground balls. He's hitting on the field early. I'm running the stadium stairs. So I come down. I said, DJ, I said, hey, when you finish, let me talk to you for a minute. So I stood behind the cage. He come behind the cage. We stand there and talk. I said, why are you still doing this? He said, Bo, I always wanted to be the standard, not the exception. He said, because when someone walks into this clubhouse, I want them to look at me and know what it means to be a New York Yankee. When I watched Aaron Judge last night hit that home run, to hit the 60th home run, there was zero celebration in him. And the reason being is because the team was losing. Even when the fans wanted the curtain call, he was very reluctant to actually leave that dugout. And it speaks to, you know, just the meaning of understanding that this is about the New York Yankees and about the team. But you fast forward, and now Stanton hits the grand slam. Aaron Judge jumps out of the dugout. It's almost like they just won the World Series of excitement. So it's the passing of the baton for me of him accepting the responsibility of what it means to be the face of the New York Yankees and carrying on the brand as Derek Jeter passed the baton to him.
And that's the reason why they have to sign him. Yeah. To me, I totally agree with you. The Yankees have to sign this guy. It's almost like, you know, when the Boston Red Sox let Mookie Betts go, I could not believe it. They can't do it with Bogarts either, in my estimation. They got to sign this guy. He's the face of the franchise. They have the money to do it. This is a guy they need to sign because he's the guy. He is the next Derek Jeter in the face of the franchise.
It's funny because thinking back to his rookie season back in 2017 when he set the rookie home run record when he hit 52, you know, there were thoughts of greatness coming down the road, bigger totals in the future, but he had his struggles. It wasn't just an uphill arc the whole time. And speaking of that big season in 2017 when he set the rookie home run record, so the Yankees sent a tweet out back then, and they captioned it, Didi, as Didi Gregorius is sitting there as well. Congrats, rookie, but call me when you hit 60. So MLB found this tweet and pushed it back out again. To the retweet, Didi Gregorius has responded. And Didi said, ha ha, my phone is not ringing yet, but congrats to the big man, finished strong. Yeah, Didi's still sitting at home, and he is taking all this in, and I'm sure loving it, as every teammate and former teammate is. By the way, do you remember when Aaron Judge debuted on a very hot night at Yankee Stadium, his major league debut, he and Tyler Austin, rookie Yankees that were hitting back-to-back in the Yankee lineup. 16 was the year they were supposed to rebuild, and these rookies homer in their first ever major league at-bats. And there was a school of thought back then, Ruben, that said maybe Tyler Austin is the buy and hold, and we're not quite sure if Judge is going to click.
Yeah, the question to me was always whether or not he was good. He was such a big man on the field, the first largest man man I've ever seen on a Major League Baseball field. And as far as a position player was concerned, and whether he was going to be able to catch up to that Major League fastball, whether all those levers, he's got some long levers to move in this game, and to move that bat, to get it to the zone consistently enough to have that kind of success. But he certainly has done that. And you're right, there were some other names out there that Austin being one of them. There were people thought this guy was probably going to be the guy, and there's no question that Aaron Judge has certainly surpassed that.
Yes, and when you start to look at the maturation, and we'll get into this a little bit deeper later on, talking about those long levers, it's very difficult for a man of his size to actually keep leverage on the baseball, especially if you have body parts that are moving toward the ball. And when you look at Aaron Judge and what he's been able to do this year, there is a quietness within his separation, within his reach, within his stride foot that has allowed him to stay behind the baseball, and that's why you're seeing the production that we're seeing.
And as Bo mentions, we're going to have a lot more on Aaron Judge tonight, and all night we'll be taking you in live to watch his at-bats on MLB Network.